There's still some time before the next session. Here are some books to keep you... So, you want to learn more about that battle? They say storytelling inevitably carries some subjective bias, all to enhance the ebb and flow of the narrative. But when it comes to the battle beneath the crescent, we typically avoid adding any of our personal commentary, focusing instead on accurately retelling history. But even just telling the story carries a heavy emotional weight. Was Geshu Lin truly an unforgivable sinner? Was General Jian the perfect hero? The sudden onset of the retroact rain, the decision of our sentinel, and the timing behind this series of events. I guess it will be up to future generations to figure it all out.
Tough break. It's just plain bad. So, you want to learn more about that battle? Not many youngsters care these days. I'm happy to talk about it with you. People blamed Geshu Lin for his decision to push for an attack during the retroact rain. But he's ultimately just a human like the rest of us. Him having a powerful resonance ability doesn't change that. Fate can be a funny thing. Nobody could have predicted that weird rain happening. If our soldiers hadn't held onto the defense lines in the Northwall Barrens to the last minute, Jinzhou might have fallen too. Anyone, even someone like me, would have probably given a similar order in that situation. So, I don't think Geshu Lin should be painted as an unforgivable criminal. General Jian is a capable leader, no doubt. But let's be real. He only rose to fame for showing up at the right time. That's just how fate works sometimes.
Well, maybe he's got his own personality to blame. Oh, you want my take on it? I'm not very familiar with the history, but I did hear some rumors about General Geshu Lin. Compared to all the past Midnight Rangers generals, Geshu Lin wasn't that big on commanding his troops from behind. He preferred being right there, on the battlefield, leading the charge. To achieve his strategic goal, he didn't even hesitate about sending people to their deaths. It makes sense that he'd refuse to let his troops retreat. People said the troops he commanded were disciplined, but I guess the soldiers obeyed him more out of fear than respect. So I think you can pretty much have an idea about General Geshu Lin's personality. Honestly, I think he deserved it. The moment he lost his soldiers' support, his failure was pretty much unavoidable. And considering the heavy losses he caused, yeah, he should be called a criminal.
Is it a coincidence? Is it fate? No. Oh, oops. Are you talking to me? I'm a student at Jinzhou Imperial Academy studying history, and I'm especially intrigued by everything related to the Sentinel. The Sentinel plays a crucial role in Jinzhou's history. But here's something interesting. I'm not sure if you've noticed. In our local folklore and tales, the Sentinel is always portrayed as an omnipotent being that transcends human understanding. But I believe there must be a pattern in its thought process. The people chosen to become magistrates must share some similar traits. So I wonder, what criteria does the Sentinel use to select future leaders? But after that crushing defeat, everyone's confidence took a hit. We still wanted to win, to eliminate that dreadful monster once and for all. But we became more cautious. Interestingly, The newly appointed general and magistrate both seem to be the calm and cautious type. Perhaps the Sentinel chooses our leaders based on the public consensus at the time. But hey, that's just me thinking out loud. I'm all ears to your opinions. Your take might just open my eyes.
Oh, hello! Shisha, Yang Yang, what brought you here?
Hey, Grandma Lynn. We're here for some stories today. And here's our new friend. Ta-da! We've got the ultimate badass here. The one who can crush TDs, cook up echoes, knock Inferno Rider flat, and
Oh, my! You're such a sweetheart.
Grandma Lynn, since you're the flower expert, I got a favor to ask.
Have you seen flowers like this one before?
I'm familiar with most of the flowers local to Jinzhou, but this one... Oh, it doesn't match anything we have here. I don't think I've seen anything similar. Not even in the plant encyclopedias.
Oh, no. If not even a flower expert like you can recognize it, who else could help us?
Oh, Chisha, I'm far from an expert. We've got a plant-type resonator here in Jinzhou, remember? She knows the plants much better than me.
Oh, are you talking about that young lady? I always see her helping out at your store.
Yes, she has been a great help. She knows a lot about everything plant-related, and she is such a sweet child. Her smiles always make me happy. She reminds me of the lovely starflowers. I'd call out to her, "Little starflower, it's dinner time," and she'd always, oh, how I wish she was my granddaughter. She's probably up in the back mountain doing some field research. I said I wanted a field in the back mountain to plant my flowers, and she offered to help right away. That's where she is now, checking it out. Go in that direction, and soon you'll see a waterfall. Walk right through the waterfall, then you'll reach the back mountain.
Thank you so much, Grandma Lynn.
Oh, anytime, dearie. Don't forget to visit my Penjing shop. I'll have treats ready for you.
There's still some time before the next session. Here are some books to keep you entertained. So but was There's still some time before the next session. Here are some books. But was get this.
This should be the shortcut to the back mountain. Once we cross the waterfall, we'll reach Mount Pingting.
Think you can catch up?
The flowers seem to be showing us the way. Let's follow it. knowledge of flowers. That's impressive.
Hello? Are you lost? Do you need help? Starflower. That's what my Grandma Lynn likes to call me. Oops, sorry. I should have introduced myself first. I know it's a polite thing to do in Huanlong. It is. It is a delight to make your acquaintance. I am VERINA. My pleasure to have the opportunity to meet with you today. Really? But that flower next to you said she likes you a lot. Plants don't lie. I trust their words, so you can't be bad guys. Hi, VERINA. I'm Chisha. This is Yang Yang, and he's Rover. Grandma Lynn told us we should come find you. Oh, right. Grandma Lynn talked about you. I left those flowers so she knows how to reach me. What seems to be the trouble? If there's anything I can help you with...
We're looking for a special flower.
It's an unusual flower indeed. Pure black flowers are rarely found in nature. We can't rule out the possibility that it's been dyed. When looking at the structure, there are a few types of flowers that seem similar. Take iris, for example. Its petals are similarly oval-shaped, but it has double petals. And it's not viola either, since viola has notched petals. Then there is also the cliff recluse, but this flower has a longer stamen and an extra petal. Lemongrass is also similar in shape. It's native to the New Federation, and Huanlong people may not be familiar with it. Though it has a similar stamen length, it has a conical inflorescence with a trumpet-shaped corolla. Oh, and I almost forgot the peacock flower. It's a single-petaled flower with a similar stamen length. But the peacock flower has a distinct peduncle, while this one doesn't. Wow, you really know your stuff. I learned a lot from that. Anyway, this black flower does look very special. There are hardly any similar plants in nature, so I'm thinking it might be a newly cultivated species. Also, its veins are somehow cross-shaped. I can feel some faint traces of frequency fluctuations on it, too. It's a sign of overflowing remnant energy. So, my guess is it should be a unique remnant plant, created by a certain type of resonance energy. But in order to figure out the right soil for it, or exactly what type of resonance energy it is, I need more than just a picture. Gosh, help us out, someone! We don't know what kind of flower it is, and we haven't seen anyone wearing it either. Speaking of that, how does it even work? If I wore this flower on me right now, do I automatically become one of them?
Shizia, wait, what did you just say?
Yeah? I was just saying, if I wore this flower, would they immediately see me as one of their own?
If this black flower is indeed their symbol, the Black Shore members should immediately notice it on you. But to everyone else, it would just look like a peculiar flower. Given that, if they are indeed in Jinzhou City, we may only need to wear this flower to lure them out.
Oh, I see. But how do we get our hands on one? I could probably make one for you with my resonance ability, if you just need something that looks similar. Come on, VERINA, you can do it. No way! That's amazing, seriously! It looks exactly like the flower in that picture. Thank you. It's nothing. I'm glad I could help. It's friggin' amazing! Could you do that again, please?